Welcome to Balance and Beyond. We are the team 1. I'm Alejandro Rincon.
I'm Palakirve.
Here in our presentation, we will see the introduction where we are solving the problem, what is the main issue that we choose, our solution, how we're going to tackle this, and the product, our implementation.
So first is the introduction. What are we solving? We're going to solve the SDG goal, gender equality, and the specific question that we are targeting is how might we connect young women and girls to mentorship, skills, and education in underdeveloped nations. Some examples of these underdeveloped nations include South Sudan, Chad, Mali, Somalia, and Niger. Here is a representation of the global gender equality, and Africa and the southern parts of Asia tend to have the worst global inequalities.
Here we're going to talk about the problem, what is the main issue. We choose as a big problem the gender inequality, especially the equal rights of women and girls in education, how the gap has been very large, caused especially because the limited access to education, low quality of it, the pressure to drop out of school for girls, about society and cultural things, also because they are minorities in esteem, violence and discrimination. Discuss political, economical and social consequences. And now we can talk about the key areas of focus. The first one is the underdevelopment. There are many countries that do not have enough resources and do not be able to provide good education and good opportunities to these girls. Also the society. Many females in these countries and nations in the world are not supported in education because they are expected to manage only household and because the cultural ideology is too close. Also the value. Many people do not see the role that women could play if they were educated and skilled. Here in the next slide we can meet Ada or Persona. She's a girl that lives in Mali and have 16 years old. She's not allowed to learn, especially because cultural and society mindset, and she did not have enough resources and support to access to a good education. She wanted to be able to educate herself and help her family with economical resources and not only do households. However, she's frustrated because she can't support her family a lot and tired because how this society treats women and girls in education and the lack of opportunities she has. She will thought that she will love to be educated, but she needs to stay at home doing household responsibilities, and also that there are not many resources for girls. Most of them are male-only places. The actions that she will take, she will continue working at household roles and being frustrated and tired about how society treats women in education. Here we can comparison two girls, Jane that lives in USA that have the same age as Ada. However, Ada lives with a married family and she is not allowed to go to school and do not have any resources to study or even access to teacher or a place where gather and learn between females. She can only contribute to her family through housework and she will not get chances to grow or development. By the other side, we can see Jane that she lives with her family, also has household responsibilities. However, she's allowed to go to school. She has resources to study, with teachers to explain topics, and have spaces with female students. She will get a job to support her family in the future, and many opportunities to grow. In the next slide, we can see some data about the gender inequality and the worldwide problem in denying the equal rights for women and girls around the world in education.
Now coming to the third part, which is the solution. How are we going to tackle this? There are 5 main components to the solution: changing mindsets, funding, flexibility, availability, and connection. First off, we need to start by changing the way people think. In many societies, females are expected to run the household and nothing more, but by educating females, societies would benefit. Educated women are more likely to join the formal workforce, secure higher wages, potentially 25% per year of secondary school, and invest their earnings back into their families for better nutrition, healthcare, and education. Also, this could boost the global economy by $7 trillion USD. Women with education tend to have healthier, fewer children and are more informed about hygiene and preventive care, leading to reduced child mortality rates. Education provides tools to combat child marriage, early pregnancy, and gender-based violence, giving women greater autonomy over their lives and household decisions. They'll be able to contribute to a growing society and make it a better place for the next generation. A study by UN Women reveals that educated women are more likely to participate in politics, further influencing the world future. Funding. Governments will be able to provide funding to education once they see the impact, such as the increase in the country's GDP and the economy, as well as more resources and jobs within the country. Also, by connecting to charities to help support these governments, as many may not be able to supply the money for these opportunities in the first place. Some charities we would like to connect with include UN Women, Malala Fund, CampFed, Global Fund for Women, Room to Read, and Girl Effect. All of these surround female rights and education. Our organization can also provide a pathway for other non-profits and communities to contribute to helping these women. By showing our user statistics and system, we can portray that we have made both a significant impact and have tried to make it as cost-effective and easily accessible as possible. This app allows for people to study at times that fit their routines, which is especially important for those with family or work responsibilities. It also facilitates the inclusion of diverse populations, such as women, workers, and students in rural areas who may face barriers to accessing traditional education. This can be applied through 24/7 access, content and lessons available at any time so that users can study when they have free time. Short modular lessons, content in small manageable units that can be completed in short amount of time. The app, thanks to the help of organizations, is free and can be used without the internet by downloading the lessons and content. Computers in strategic locations for girls that don't have access to phones or devices. Building on this point, many women may not have their own phone or device to access the app. They may also not be allowed to use the family device or have a family that owns an electronic device at all. Instead, there'll be locations where you can access these electronic devices. These locations will be in places that a large amount of the population in that specific area can easily access it. These locations will be open at all times and relatively cost-effective with low maintenance, so that they can be both sustainable and easily kept. Not only can we use this platform for learning, but we can also use it as a community. AI can track on average when a woman logs into this app and for how long they learn before leaving. Over the course of the certain time period, it can gather information on when the most females come to this location and learn. Using this, it can then schedule live classes in these locations and send notifications to its users. These live classes take place in this location and offer an in-person teacher. It also provides a great way for girls and women to contact each other, forming a close community of females to encourage and help each other. They can also forge long-lasting bonds that they would not have otherwise and become friends outside of this learning group. This community can aid in empowering themselves and others. In the future, these certifications will be officially recognized so that they can be used in other places. It can also provide scholarships and tie-ups with universities for further education, and this app can even help these women find jobs. There's an African proverb that says, when you educate a girl, you educate a nation.
The next part is our product and our implementation. The AI app idea was divided in 4 equal parts: the user interface, what the user sees, the inputs, what the user submits, the AI brain, the model algorithm, the parts that analyze the inputs and process the output, and finally the output, what the app shows back to the girls. In the first part, we are going to see the user interface. The app will have screen, buttons with lesson, quizzes, and resources, and buttons to start activities, submit answer, and review results. Text boxes for writing answer, comments, and personal notes. Area for downloading image or files related only to the assignments, and notification for reminded to maintain actively education. The input is what the students can submit. They can submit text, image, surveys, audio, all related with the education, like questions, quizzes, personal notes, comments, exercise, and assignments. The next one is the AI brain model and algorithm, how the AI will work in our app. That this is the part that analyzes the input and produce output. The AI will analyze responses, identify areas of difficulty of each girl, and customize content and activities according to their learning level and style. The app will adapt the difficulty through time, detecting errors and offering specific corrections and additional resources like video, reading, exercise for a better education. And the last part is the output, is what the app shows back. The app will show back quizzes results with all the grades and feedbacks, labels, indicating levels achieved and the process that the girls have, the personalized suggestion for improving skills, links to additional materials or tutorials for a better understanding of the topic, and process summaries and study recommendations. How is our idea different? We will have live classes, short lessons to do it any free time. Our objective is to change mindset, also to build a community and empower girls. This app will be open all day, 24/7, and will be cost efficiently.
Now, when building and implementing this product, there are also some key AI concerns that need to be addressed. The personal information. The data collected is handled securely and transparent. Transparency. Users and parents are informed about how the AI works, what data is used, and how decisions are made, building trust and encourages conscious use of the app. Accessibility. This app is inclusive, ensuring that all girls, regardless of their socioeconomic background or abilities, have access to the same educational resources. Safety. Implement measures to protect girls from inappropriate interactions or harmful content. This includes content fillers and tools for reporting abuse. Evaluation and continuous improvement. Having a mechanism to evaluate the app's impact on girls' learning as well as their well-being and make adjustments based on feedback. Informed consent. If minors are required to participate, it is essential to obtain informed consent from parents or guardians, ensuring that they understand how the technology will be used. When building the AI model, LLM, there are also plenty of things that could be trained on appropriate data and has guardrails in place. Make sure that this LLM is also well informed on AI ethics and not breaching data privacy, and setting up an AI monitor to report any harassment, violence, or inappropriate use in the AI model and community to ensure that it remains a safe space for all. And now here is our app demo. This is the web-based version of our app. When you first access it, you'll need to request access in order to confirm your identity. In here, we can then type in our details. And once you are in, then you have a dashboard which shows you an overview of everything. Go into courses and you have all of the courses that you're working on. Later on, you can also find more courses in our extensive library once you're done. There's a mix of lesson, quizzes, and practicals to ensure that you've learned everything. And at the end, there's also a final exam. Once you finish a course, you get a certification for it, which can then be used in other places as well. And here you have your learning statistics to track how long you've been on the platform. In the community, you can talk to other people about all sorts of things, whether it's related to the app, its courses, or something else entirely. We have surveys every week to ensure that we improve the and make sure it is relevant. We also have an AI assistant which you can use to ask questions on various topics, as well as a place to upload homeworks. These homeworks can be completed offline and then taking a photo of and uploaded onto the platform. So I'm Palak,
and I am Alejandra Rincon.
Thank you.